I thought this video was going to be about a dream visit I had to the Isles of Scilly with William during our Cornwall holiday. And it is, but it's also about the pretty intense ferry rides across a small but choppy stretch of the Atlantic Ocean to get here and back, beginning at the town of Penzance. I'd read somewhere that the old ferry that we were to take on this journey is nicknamed the Vomit Comet, but then William likes exciting fairground rides, so what could go wrong, right? The beginning of our journey was very exciting for William, who was wanting to explore every inch of the ferry. His mummy hadn't joined us for this excursion, not being a fan of boats and waves, with me hoping to report back on a positive voyage that might encourage her to join us next time. Our outward journey did go well. After an hour of constantly being on the move, we found some indoor seats that were acceptable for taking a break on. The ferry had by now passed Land's End with open ocean ahead and was rolling from side to side a fair bit, but William seemed fine with this. After about 36 miles and nearly 3 hours of travel, we arrived at St. Mary's, the biggest island of the Isles of Scilly. We were to have about 4 hours here, which isn't long, but I thought it would be fine with William's usual fast-paced exploring. First we had a little look at the water of the harbour, which already looked clean and pristine compared to the sea we're used to seeing. Then we moved on in search of quieter coves. The next one we came to was Porthmelon Beach, which looked absolutely amazing with its white sand and crystal clear water. My one regret was that we didn't bring our beach tent, and so didn't get fully changed into our swimming gear, but we had lots of peaceful fun walking up and down the rocks and dipping into the gentle water. I've wanted to go to the Isles of Scilly for a while, imagining the solitude and closeness to nature I might feel. Despite our trip being short, St. Mary's definitely didn't disappoint, and it was brilliant to share the experience with William. After this we walked a bit further on really quiet roads, getting to the edge of Porthloo Beach. Here we went out on a little rocky headland, which we had completely to ourselves. After a great few hours of exploring, it was time to head back to catch our ferry. Getting on was very smooth, and William was once again extremely excited and keen to explore. He was also happy as we started moving, I think knowing that we were heading back to the mainland and Mummy. However, once we came around the northern edge of the island, I was surprised by a sudden dropping sensation in my stomach as we rode over a big wave and came splashing down with a smacking sound. I mentioned to William about this fun freak wave, but soon realised that it actually wasn't an unusual occurrence. For about the next 2 hours we were to have the same thing every 30 seconds or so. Before long lots of people around us were looking quite green, although I figured William would be okay. He does after all love the pirate ship at fairgrounds. In time though, even he was sick, and we ended up hunkered down together, willing the time to pass. Just as I was feeling grateful, and maybe a little proud for not being sick myself, I succumbed too. It turned out to be a rough ride, and I think we both felt a big relief as we finally neared the coast of Cornwall. As a whole, the day wasn't quite the dream visit to the Isles of Scilly I had imagined, but we did have some brilliant times, and it will certainly be a voyage to remember.